putting for triple. So it will be an 8 for the 98 champ to start this Open, which in all likelihood will be his final one at age 60. It will not be the first high number made at number 1. It won't be the first high number made today.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, Mike. I'm going to say that this may be the most difficult starting hole of a championship over the last 10 or 15 years.
It might be that way today.
Just judging by these first two groups.
Brian Moore for bogey. It's pretty rare that the first player in the first group is going to have a 2-shot lead in the Open. But Chris Wood's got this putt to make par, and with a 6 and an 8 from the 2 Americans in this group, he makes a 4, and there will not be as many of those as you usually get at an opening hole as this day goes on. This day, this morning, this afternoon, this evening over here, 14 and a half hours of live coverage here on Golf Channel. Put the remote away. You don't need it. That's cute.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Kangwatmai back at 1. He hit the best of the tee shots, his second shot here at this very difficult opening hole, playing 435 back into a cold, nasty wind this morning.
Oh, good looking shot here. Just short of the front edge of the green. Beautiful play.
So the other struggles, Maverick McNeely's ball was out there at 1, so he's going to try to avoid a big disaster there. Stuart Manley, his ball just stayed up. We're back with the third group, the aforementioned Stuart Singh, who won what was one putt away from being perhaps as memorable as any major ever played in the game, where 59-year-old Tom Watson almost won the Open at Turberry, but Stuart Singh won that playoff with some very good playing in that playoff to win his major championship.
And I had finished there at Muirfield and went out, or excuse me, at Turnberry, and went out and watched the playoff. A lot of American players were out there watching, a lot of international players. It was a great sight to see Tom Watson, going for a 6, but certainly proud of Stuart Singh.
And the 85 winner here in England 32 years ago, Royal St. George's Sandy Lyle, also a Masters champion as well from 88. Those 2 major champions, part of this third 3-ball off the first tee. They call them games over here. That's why you'll hear David Lancaster refer to it as such right now.
This is game number 3. On the tee from the USA, Stuart Singh.
Stuart's been playing very nicely here the last few months. His wife Lisa has had a successful battle with cancer, and I think just seeing her fight through that with such a great attitude has really inspired Stuart.
This is where Stuart played his first Open back in '98. Now a man playing his 42nd Open.
From Scotland, Sandy Lyle.
At age 59, so barring one of those unforeseen, incredible stories of a great finish or qualifying some other way, it would be this year and next year for Sandy Lyle. Second on the all-time list of Opens played it. Tom Watson's played in 46. Gary Clare, I should say, has played in 46. And Sandy Lyle's 42nd starts with that miss in the fairway to the right.
On the tee from Korea, Young-Hung Wang.
Had a good season last year on the European Tour. The race to Dubai was 16th and the finish in that list. Has a win on the European Tour in 2017. And this 21-year-old from South Korea is in trouble off the first. That Marshall over there getting a lot of action. He hasn't seen any of those balls swing past him over there. We'll see if he hits another one. Looked to be out from what we could see through the raindrops.
In my experience, hitting the provisional ball now, that's more nerve-wracking than it is hitting the first one. Because now you feel like you've got to get this one in play. Well, a great second, well, his third, if that ball is truly out of bounds.
I'm just thinking, we've seen 3 groups go off, and I think that's the 12th tee shot we've seen on number 1 from 9 players.
They're not playing foursomes, by the way.
Exactly. It's going to be that kind of morning. And the TV coverage over here is on like it is back home in the States right throughout. So the players are waking up right now, 7 a.m. British summertime. They're seeing these conditions as well. Here's Kurt Byram at the second.
Thank you, Mike. Chris Wood from the right rough. Trying to tumble something up there. He might not be able to get home here either.
Yeah, that's right where Billy Ray was showing us his... we missed his feet because the rough was so deep on that right side. It's a better miss to the left here at the 2.
He's not able to get home in 2 on the first 2 par 4s. Back to 1.
And this second group of Kungwatmai, Maverick McNeely, the American amateur, and Stuart Manley from Wales up here on 1 green.
Just such a difficult start here. The first hole, the second hole playing back into the wind, third playing downwind, but then par 3 fourth into the wind, 5 short hole but into the wind, and then 6 is just a beast.
Just under 500 yards. Manley for par.
I think these players realize making 5 is not an issue here at number 1. That's just fine.
Up ahead to 2.
Ryan Moore's second shot, he did find the fairway. Whole location on the right side that Billy Ray was talking about, tucked over the bunker. And Ryan Moore looking to bounce back after a double at 1. Good shot there.
That's a good way to do it.
Back at 1. This for double from Maverick McNeely. And he'll open with a 7.
Yeah, we ran into his mom and dad last night at dinner, Scott and Susie, and they're so excited to be here. And this start may temper their excitement, but just for a few moments.
We talked about Maverick in the last few events he's played. His ball striking's been very good. The putting is what has been the issue. So the difficulties of the weather here. And let's start with a 7 on this par 4. And the teenager from Thailand has this for par. Jark from Guatmai. All right, so he opens with a 4. More players coming up to the first tee and getting ready for their round. Here's Tom.
Yeah, here with Brendan Grace, who is playing at his 7th Open, and he's made the cut at every one of those appearances, his previous 6. What kind of attitude do you bring to the Open, especially in these conditions?
Attitude, I think, is everything, really. You know, you have to see this, the weather as your friend. You know, I know it's always hot, but you know, if I can come out here with a smile on my face, and you know, I'm pretty much better off than half of the guys out here already. So you know, just have to grind it away. This is what an Open's all about. You know you're going to get some stuff that goes your way. You know you're going to get some bounces that go against you, but just to get past it as quick as possible and carry on.
You've been testing this golf course under firm conditions the last 2 days. Obviously, that has changed. What are you expecting from Royal Birkdale today?
You know, it has actually been bumpy the last couple of days, which you expect to be soft and then get firmer through at the week as the week progresses on. But I think today, you know, you're going to be more aggressive on the approach shots. Obviously, it's not going to run as much off the tees, but it's long as in any case. So you know, just be a little bit more aggressive on the second shots, I suppose.
Considering the conditions, do you think about what a good score would be?
you know, I know the things and the day's going to change as it goes on, but you know, anything under par is probably going to be a good score. Especially this morning, you know, there's been probably an hour and a half's play already where the guys have been soaking wet for the first 9 pretty much. But you know, if you can get anywhere under par, you'll be there or thereabout.
Appreciate your time. All the best today.
Thanks, Todd. Thanks.
Mike?
All right, see if Brendan Grace can improve from a 20, his best performance in those first 6 opens Todd mentioned. Well, hashtag the Open all night. Let us know if you are up and watching. And Raj and Davo, the Men in Blazers, who you might know from our Premier League coverage, who came over and did some great stuff over here at the Open. No more sleeps. We are on. We are live to 2.
Chris Wood's third shot, 29-year-old from England. Good shot there, so a chance for him to save par with 2 good pitches at 1 and 2.
It's going to be a pitchy kind of day, Kurt.
Sure
This
is.
weather.
A rough start for the fellas here at the 146th Open. Number 1, number 2 playing very tough.
What if we pull